It's December again. You swear it was just January. You go looking through your camera roll for proof the year actually happened, and mostly what you find is your own thumb scrolling. A few trips, a couple of birthdays, a blurry photo of a sunset you don't remember taking. Somewhere between the version of January where everything felt possible and right now, 11 months got eaten by something. And you can't even point to what. You think you got busier? You didn't. Here's the explanation you've probably already heard. A year feels shorter as you get older because it's a smaller percentage of your life. At 8, 1 year is an eighth of everything you've ever lived. At 40, it's a 40th. Tidy, mathematical, shows up in every article about why your childhood summers felt endless. It doesn't hold up. It doesn't explain why a 2-week trip can feel longer in memory than the 6 flat months before it. It doesn't explain why some years drag and other years just vanish. It doesn't explain why a single unfamiliar afternoon in a new city can outlast an entire ordinary week back home. A ratio isn't a reason. It's math wearing a lab coat.
Here's where it gets uncomfortable. In 2019, a mechanical engineering professor at Duke named Adrian Bejan published a paper with a blunt title, Why the Days Seem Shorter as We Get Older. His argument, clock time and what he calls mind time are not the same thing. Mind time is built out of mental images, your brain capturing what's happening around you, frame by frame, almost like a camera. And the rate your brain captures those frames slows down with age. The tiny eye movements that scan a scene get slower. The neural pathways carrying that information get longer, more tangled, harder to travel. The signal just takes longer to arrive. Fewer frames, same hour. That's the whole mechanism.
Your brain isn't recording less of your life because your life got fuller. It's recording less because physically it's processing fewer images per second than it did when you were 12. That's why a childhood car ride could feel like an expedition, and an adult commute on the same road feels like nothing happened at all. And it's not fixed per person either. Bejan ties it to physical markers, how rested or fatigued your nervous system is on a given day. 2 people the same age can be running 2 completely different frame rates depending on how depleted their brain already is. This is where it loops back to something you already know. Psychologist Claudia Hammond calls it the holiday paradox. A vacation flies by while you're living it, then feels strangely long once you look back on it. Why? Novelty. New streets, new faces, new smells. Your brain lays down distinct, separate memories, one after another, fast. Routine does the opposite. Same commute, same desk, same 15 tabs. Nothing for your brain to actually hold on to, so it doesn't bother filing most of it away.
For most of human history, every single day handed you new information by default. New terrain, new weather, a stranger you'd never seen before. We evolved to log all of it, because missing something new could genuinely get you killed. That instinct never left. It's just starving now. And here's the uncomfortable twist. The world itself is changing faster than ever. New platforms, new tools, new emergencies, on a loop. But your day-to-day texture barely moves. Same notifications, same 4 apps, same 9 to whenever. Big picture chaos, ground level repetition. That mismatch is the trap. So what does that mean for you, scrolling a feed that refreshes every 4 seconds? Your day feels packed. Hundreds of posts, dozens of notifications, more raw information than a medieval village saw in a year. But it's the same scroll, the same swipe, the same format wearing a different face each time. Your brain isn't impressed enough to file most of it as a memory worth keeping. It's high input, but low density. It's the visual equivalent of eating air, filling, but not nourishing.
Look, that's not random. It's a design feature of the systems we swim in. They're optimized for the scroll, not the memory. They keep the format identical and the content disposable, because identical and disposable is cheap to produce and easy to swipe past. It's a system engineered to feel busy while quietly starving you of the one thing that makes time feel long: novelty.
You're not losing your grip on the year. You're not careless, and you're not broken. Your brain is doing exactly what it was built to do. It's just being fed exactly the wrong diet. So tonight, when you lie down and try to actually remember today, not just confirm you survived it, actually remember it, notice how little comes up. Not because the day didn't happen, because nothing in it asks your brain to pay attention. That's the whole cost. Not time, texture.
You're not weak for feeling like the year slipped through your hands. You're not failing at being present. You're just running an ancient camera on an identical diet of frames. And the fix was never about doing more. It's about giving your brain one thing today it hasn't already seen 100 times. One new street, one actual conversation, 1 hour you didn't schedule. Nothing dramatic, nothing that costs money, just something your brain hasn't already filed under seen it. Do that, and tonight, when you finally close your eyes, today will still be there. Clear, specific, yours. Not just another day that happened to you.